You know we speak the truth. Our enemies are liars. They are cheats and they are killers. They are bloodthirsty bastards, all of them. All of them bar none. They have brought their lies to bear upon all their dealings. Their tongue is very spiteful against those of them who are righteous before your sight. Please don't allow shame to befall your children. Don't allow shame to befall your name, because we answer your name, we bear your name. That is why today we make this very prayer in the sure knowledge that Biafra will be restored as your own kingdom upon the face of the earth. That you will be worshipped every blessed day of our lives, as our children will do, and so will their children. Until time everlasting, we have prayed in your name. He said, because what I am saying on Abumanyamini, our people are lame. They are weak. I am struggling to count how many men there are in Biafra land. There are no more men left. Weak, docile, and imbecilic. Weak. I don't know how we can take such people to war. I don't know how we can take men who are not men into battle and win. I am ashamed. Very, very ashamed. Nonetheless, we must preach this very gospel, because man did not ask us to come. Chukwu Abiyama in heaven mandated that we should come. If not, that I was called to do this very work, I will not speak to any of you anymore. But Chukwu Abiyama said this very gospel must be preached, and we must preach it. I have prayed since yesterday up until now. My request is very simple. The same prayer I made in secret, I will make out here in the open. Chukwu Abiyama biko, since it is your intention that your kingdom will be restored upon this very earth, I need men. I need men. I did not say boys. I said I need men. Those of them that you created to restore your kingdom, they should come forward now, not tomorrow, not next year. Chukwu Abiyama. You must bring them now. I did not say tomorrow. Because the insult is too much. It is beyond what any human being can endure. We want to go and get Biafra, or we die in the process, because we are better off dead than witness some of this nonsense going on. The level of insult is beyond what any decent human being can tolerate. I was an Nama. They bring their cattle into our land. They desecrate our land. They kill us in the presence of our families, and nobody does anything about it. And when the police attend, the police sit idly by as people are being killed by not a multitude of people. Only 4. Only 4 Awasa people can sack an entire village. in Biafra land and we call ourselves men. No, we are not men until we redeem our honor, until we look at integrity and say we must have a part of it. Until then, to be honest with you. This is very. Now is the time to come forward. I did not say tomorrow. Now, tonight, is the time to come forward. 100 of us, and then we march. 100 and we march. The rest can come later if they want to. I'm tired of broadcasting.
All right, good evening, great dear friends and wonderful people. Permit me to welcome you this evening. This is Biafra Radio. We are live and we are direct. Please, I apologize. I'm having an issue with my camera and background, and that is why you are not seeing but of course, my voice. I sincerely apologize. These are the technical issues we do have now and then when we are on air. Right. My name is Barr Onoha, and we have come to do the needful. We have come to propagate the gospel according to the restoration of Biafra. Of course, we call it the restoration effort. It must continue unabated, and we are winning the war. All right. As you are joining in, please, I beg of you to begin to share this broadcast. It's going to be a very short broadcast indeed, because we have another program coming in as soon as we are done. I know we have taken much of our time, but without any ado, we will proceed in earnest. Good evening once again. It is Biafra Radio. We are live. We are direct. Today, of course, being the 12th day of July, 2026, the year of our Lord. We are coming to you, of course, live and direct all the way from Johannesburg. And from Johannesburg, we are reaching humanity across the face of this planet they call Earth. And I have my guest this evening, Lolo Ninayanya. Of course, she is IykeObed Finance Head Worldwide. And of course, don't forget, she also holds the cap of budget planning. So it is Finance Head Worldwide and budget planning. And also I have Mazi Kanun Takano. Of course, he does not need introduction. It's as simple as that. So without wasting time, once again, I welcome you. And as I welcome you, please welcome others. Please share the link of this broadcast to every platform you know of, to every platform you can think of. We are here to debunk all the lies of the enemy. We are here to set the record straight, because this is Biafra Radio, for goodness sake. And what we do here is we preach the truth, and not just the truth, the whole truth and nothing but the truth. And that is exactly what we are going to do here at this moment. So without long grammar, without long English, let me, of course, welcome our guests this evening. And as I welcome them, they will, of course, introduce themselves, even though they don't need introduction. All right, Wanda Nayanya, I don't know if you can hear me. If you can hear me, please unmute your mic and greet Biafrans.
Yes, I can hear you from here. Good evening, Barrister.
Yeah, well, good evening from here. Over to you, please. Introduce yourself. Just a mere formality. And of course, I will go to the next guest.
Yeah, good evening, friends of Biafra, lovers of freedom. My name is Ms. Nenayanya, by the special grace of Chukwuokike Abiama. I am the head of finance of IykeObed Worldwide and budget planning. I'm here this evening calling from Germany. Thank you, Barrister, for hosting us this evening.
All right, thank you very much. We are soldiers, and whenever we are called, we are here to answer the call. That is the work of a freedom fighter, and we will proceed in earnest. I'm moving over to Mazi Kanun Takano. Mazi, please go ahead. Biafrans are listening.
Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, dear fellow Biafrans. My name is Mazi Kanun Takano. I'm joining this program all the way from Germany. And Barrister, I know it was a short one today, and I'm glad that you made it possible. Thank you for having me here, sir.
Thank you, sir. All right, so we will continue, and of course, it is Biafra Radio. Like I said, this is a live broadcast. It is not pre-recorded. It is not an old one. So share this broadcast, and as you are sharing it, press the like button, press the love button, so that I know they do report our broadcast when we broadcast, so that our numbers will go down. But with your help, pressing those buttons, we will continue to rise, because this evening Biafra is rising. All right, one the floor is yours, and the whole world is listening. Let's go ahead.
Yeah, thank you very much for hosting us this evening. Just like Mazi Cannon has said, it's a very short notice, and you were able to oblige to, broadcast this evening. Well, I'm going first of all to start with, all these lazy people that decided to mess themselves up. But before I go on, I want to thank Chukwu Okike Abiama for giving us, keeping us alive today, that we are in the land of the living. And I thank Chukwu Okike Abiama also for the life of our leader, that Chukwu Okike Abiama should continue to strengthen him and keep him, so that he will be strong for us every day, and that by the special grace of Chukwu Okike Abiama, very soon he will join us. Now, let me go straight to the matter for today. The last time, I just want Biafrans to listen attentively. I think it was last week, there was something they posted on Facebook. This ex-DOS, the third administration that have been expelled, they are no longer, they don't have anything to do again with IPO, but they just want to make themselves relevant. So they posted something on Facebook. I'll start from that first before I go on to what happened today. Now, they posted these payments, and they know very well that on that payment slip, it is written, it is for medical, something to do with medical, for our people, taking care of our people. It's explicitly written there for everybody to see. But they were not interested, as long as the name Neneanya and current account is there. For them, it's a big show. Now, first of all, those payments, China Samuel is aware of it. He knows what happened and what that money was meant for. But what he forgot is that we have evidence to show that he's aware of it and what he said when those items arrived in Biafra land. Now, people will say, but why do you have to pay this money to Kanonta's account and then Nenaya account? It's very simple. In our account here in Germany, it's not allowed to transfer money from our account to Biafra land. We cannot do that. We do not make any payment direct to Biafra land, but we can pay to other countries, maybe Ghana, Ivory Coast, direct, but to Biafra land, no. But these items or these things are needed. We need to take care of our people. We need to do what we are supposed to do as freedom fighters. So what happened? Then the money was splitted. Part was paid to Kanonta's account. The other part was paid to my own account. As soon as the money came, it was transferred out to do what it was meant for. And Chinasa is aware of this, and he knows what happened. That's why I say every day they keep digging the hole for themselves. He knows what happened to that. So he cannot deny. But I see them talking about, that's exactly the reason why you see those payments, because in our account, if it was possible to transfer money from our international account in Germany to Biafra land, I would have done that straight on. But because it's not possible, Biafrans, that was the reason why. That money came and it went out to do exactly what the money was meant for. Like I said, Chinas Sanwo is aware of this because we have evidence that prove that he's aware of it. That's number one. Now, number two, Biafrans will say, but how come they have our bank statement everywhere? That again, I will explain to you the reason why. Normally, at the end of every month, after, when the donations comes in and we make expenditure, I will break down everything, put up, how much that came and how much was spent and what it was meant for. Then every month I will now finish my own assignment and then send it to our lawyer then, who was in charge of taking care of our taxes and all those things. So I normally take it to his office. Now, when our account was closed in January, 19th of January 2023, they said that we should come and carry our files. Because those files, I always leave it there, and then later I will take it, or he will come to our office and then we will do the whole thing together. Now, then say we should come and carry our file, that they are no longer working with us because of all these problems. Now, on the 15th, when that email came, I phoned the lady. I'm not going to call her name, because you don't just call people's name like that. So I called her. I said, okay, I will come and pick up those files. She said, no, don't come after Easter. I said, okay. After Easter, that was in March 2023. I said, okay, after Easter, I will come and collect those files and take them back to the office because it's the property of IykeObed. It's not your property. She said, okay. Then after Easter, I called the office again. Then she picked up the phone. Then I said, I'm coming so date to come and pick up those files. She said, no, the file is no longer here. I said, what happened? He said, Zulumike came, collected the files. I said, well, why shouldn't Zulumike collect the file? It's not in Zulumike that brought those files to your office. I am the one that brought those files to the office as the finance officer. Why do you have to give it to Zulumike? He said Zulumike collected it and Collins is aware of it. That's how they collected the file that I was supposed to pick up again to put back to the office. They collected it, which is very wrong. I was really mad with the lady. I said, but this is very wrong. Mrs. Anya, brought those files to you. I'm supposed to come and collect those files and not anybody else. He said, well, they have collected the file. Their colleagues is aware. They told them to give them the file. And that's why they gave the file. So it's from those files. Because in those files, the expenses, the expenditure, the bank statement of every month is there. That's where these people went and picked up the bank statement, and they have it. In short, that's why you see now they have all those bank statements. They will come, they will call, they will say, "Nena, send this, Nena, send that." That is already offense on its own, because Biafra is a country on its own. You cannot take a bank statement of a whole country and publish it on Facebook and be announcing it. That is totally wrong. But we'll come to that later in future, because they are not going to escape from me. So Biafrans, that was what happened. That's how they got hold of the file. I did not give them the file. Rather, they went there and stole the file and now decided to speak, because they had already planned. They already planned all these things long time ago. Because if they didn't plan it, how come that I left the files in their office and somebody else go there and collect the file? Because they wanted to use it to blackmail me at the end of the day, but they have lost it. So that's how the file got into their hands. That's why you see they think they have achieved something by spreading the files. But we come back to that later. Second, today I saw somebody calling himself, he said his name is Chukwuemeka Anyoha. He was busy reading that I paid this to this, I paid this to that, I paid this to Canada, I paid this to Canada. I'm not going to go far, to talk much on this payment. Why? For the simple fact that this payment or this fight that they carry, all those things they are reading is already pending in court. The case is still on. And by German law or by law, you cannot speak on a case that is still ongoing. So for that, I'm not going to say anything on that. But that's exactly what they did. But I want to assure Biafrans, just what I said from the beginning, that the reason why money was paid, is because we cannot transfer money directly to Biafra land. But from Italy, sometimes we can, but in Germany, we cannot. That's why. And all those payments you see, all those things you see them listing now, they have reasons. There's an attachment as to why those payments were made. There is an attachment. Not a single one was left unattended to. All of them have evidence why they were paid, where the money was paid, and the Biafra land, all what was paid for our people, for burial. Sometimes, because our leader has made it as a policy, when anybody, when we lost somebody, we help them for their burial. We also give the family some funds to help them start life. Sometimes again, we pay school fees, medical. Some of them we go for operation and we have to pay for it. Some of them accident. And you people know that that Nigerian police were killing our people between those years 2021, 2022, 2023. The killing was massive. So that's what that money was meant for. It was not money that was meant for luxury or anything. It was meant to take care of our people and carry out the day-to-day activity which Chike Dozem and his group refused to attend to. And I cannot leave our people to suffer. We cannot leave our people to go like that as if we don't know what we are doing, because that is the reason why our leaders set up all these things, to take care of our people. So I need, as the head of finance, I need to perform my duty and I have to carry it out thoroughly. That's why we never ceased in helping our people. All those things you see them reading on air, there is evidence what it was meant for. Like I said, I'm not going to talk much on that because that case is still on. And since they have decided to do what they want to do, well, whatever they see, they will take from it. I will come back again. I leave it for now for Mazi Kanu to come in. Then I'll come back again.
All right, thank you very much. And of course, tonight is decimating the lies and the plot of the SDOS. I mean, there is nothing more they can do. They cannot do any diplomatic effort. They don't have what it takes. They don't even know where to go, to which country. As you know, we have written to almost 72 countries, if I'm not mistaken, informing them that these people are sacked. So the only thing they can do is a cheap blackmailing. Who does that? If you are busy as a leadership, would you have time to come up media and begin to decimate lies and blackmail? It shows you are doing absolutely nothing. How many times have you seen our fourth administration of the head of the DOS coming on Facebook just to gossip or share some blackmailing information, or any member of the DOS for that matter? We don't do that. We walk, and we don't walk on the ground. We walk on top of the ground. All right, let me hand over to Mazi Kanunta. Mazi Kanunta, it's a pleasure having you. Please go ahead. Biafrans are listening.
Thank you, Mazi. It's a pleasure too. And first and foremost, I have to thank you very much for this wonderful opportunity. Like I said in the beginning, it was a short notice. Usually, I don't go online. I don't come to Facebook or interviews and start talking because I want to talk. But whenever I'm out to speak, there is a reason. Listening, I watch what people are talking about, IPOB finance. They gave counter this, they gave counter that. I laughed. This was exactly for those of us that has been long in this movement and that have knowledge of history. This was exactly what Rita and Ibok did with their group during their own time. That one went. The Miu group, all of them came. They all went because of one thing. When you see them attacking us, they want to know where we are putting our head so that they will know how to attack. Just like what they did to us in our transmitter. When it was newly brought, they said, show us where it is. Show us where it is. The moment it was unveiled where this thing is, what happened after 2 days? Police came and seized it. All these men you see ranting from left and right, they have nothing to offer to this very movement. It doesn't matter what they say. It doesn't matter how they act. That was last week when I saw something when somebody was talking about, they said I was giving money for medical expenses. I was giving money. Somebody has to send that money to Nigeria. I give. I put in my own. It didn't start today. This is something we've been doing. It's not new to us. Giving is part of us. But when they tell all these lies, that is something they don't tell the people. But I want to show you something here. Hopefully, you can see it very well. Or even to our listeners. I want them to see it. Because when they talk, check what is here. This is the, I think you can see it.
Yes, I can see it, Mazi. I can see that.
I want people to see it. This is what it is here. And if you check very well here, if you look at this very closely, any person that knows Chinasanworo knows that this is his own. And if you look very well here, you can see the date of this. This was taken on 18th of March, 2021. I will play the audio.
Mazi, I'm losing you. I don't know if you are still there. Mazi,
yes.
Can you still hear me? Yeah, please
yes,
go
I
ahead.
can hear you.
Go ahead. Yeah,
okay.
I lost you for once there. Go ahead now.
Okay. Now I want to show you. Listen.
Mazi, SMS, only this thing abusana with the person. Because I am an anya way bill it onisha. The thing return is I got buru and onisha. See a man anya way bill directly a bubble on a mania way bill. Or may arrive on onisha I got bruya. No.
This is the audio. This was the message from Chinasanworo. And I'm telling you here, this message came. This message was on 18th of March, 2021. This is for the avoidance of doubt. And to those of them that listens to gossip, they will come out and tell them all that and tell their followers, we don't communicate with Kanata. Kanata is a thief. Kanata does this. Kanata does that. But this is the evidence that they were communicating with me at a point. But when I saw where they were going to, I said, no, stop. Because darkness and light can never come together. That is the problem. And he is aware of the money that he's talking about, the medical bills. He is aware of it. They should go and ask him.
He's a criminal, crook.
But some idiots will come out and be ranting for what they do not know about. And it's very, very disgusting. I see a lot of them. They come out, they are talking, they are shouting, I will be laughing. What are you talking about? You have to talk about things, you know. Now look at, somebody is going to take IykeObed account and be displaying on social media, calling names. This was the account Madamanya did. Since IykeObed started, since the account was opened here in Germany, Germany became head office, up till 2021, when they tried to play a trick by trying to remove Madamanya at the back, which we stopped. by going to the court. This is the account they are displaying. Then people should ask them one simple question. Where is their own account since 2021? When it was renditioned up to date. Did they give any account? There was issue of $747,000. There is issue of over 50,000 Canadian dollars. There is issue of over 40,000 euros in Italy and a lot of places. In South Africa, over 300,000 rand. Did they account for it? They've not. But they are only talking about account Madamania prepared very well. That's what they are talking about. Why are they not talking about their own, the time they took over? What they did with the money they received? And where the money went to? They can't. They are coming and said, oh, Canada, and we gave you this on this day, on this day. But tell the same people who are reading, they should read whatever, they should read everything that is there. Let's see if Chickedism's name is not inside. If Chickedism's name is not inside, not repeating itself, then you know that we are liars. But they will not do it. But the young man came out, was ranting. I will only tell him something. I will tell him one thing. Sorry. Your name is sorry. We're in Germany. We don't rant. Emotions can give you what you want.
Mazi, let me come in here. Mazi. Don't you think the right thing they would have done if they are 100% sure that fraud or any misappropriation of fund was committed? Where are the courts? Why did they go to court? Why did they sue somebody? I mean, ranting on the social media, the question is, what are they trying to achieve? Blackmail. Please go ahead.
It's blackmail and defamation. He knows. They know that that same case he's talking about, they cannot win it. It's glaring. It's in the open. It's in the court. And they are just talking about it. I laughed. Because most of these young men you see here, they don't reason. Their brain is upside down. Somebody will call you, go and say this, you go out and be saying. Why don't, if you are reasonable enough, you ask them, you people should come and do it. These are sacked people from IykeObed and they're ranting. They said, I paid money, I did this, I did that. These are men who are paying 10 euros, 20 euros in IykeObed. They can't even afford to pay 30 euros as monthly dues. Ask them. When I'm talking about the case. We won in the court. They came out and said, oh, in IykeObed, you have to pay 30 euros in Germany. And you don't have to owe more than 3 months. It was agreed. So it was said in the court, in presence of the judge. When the judge asked, call it, go and bring the names of the IykeObed members. He now went, took him 6 weeks plus to compile a list and brought the name of 241 members. 241 people as members. And today, if you calculate it times 4 years, you know how much it is. And some idiots, I call them idiots, they will come out and say, oh, Madam hasn't done tax declaration for the past 12 years. Who said so? These are all lies. The problem they are facing now, Collins is facing in Germany is tax. He did not do his tax returns on IykeObed because most of them were thinking it's all about taking money, pocketing money. But the tax declaration, they never did that. And that is why they're having problems. You think taking bank statement of account of somebody that Madamania prepared very well and be reading in social media will help you. I will solve your problem and bring you back to IykeObed. The answer is no.
All right.
But I'm glad that yes, sir.
Yes,
the young man wants to dance. He wants to dance.
Because of our time.
Yes, the young man wants to dance, and he will dance very soon. There's no problems about that. We don't speak. Because we said that meat that has fat proves it in the heat of the fire. So anybody that wants to listen to them, feel free and listen to them. But I, for sure, I, for one, they have nothing to offer. The evidence are there. They only read the ones that suit them and leave the ones that affect those of them they're working with. Thank you very much, Mazi.
Thank you very much, Mazi. It's quite unfortunate that time is our enemy. This is a program that need almost an hour or 2 hours even. Yeah, but we will manage what we have for now. Maybe we will come back again to finalize this program. I mean, what we are saying here is facts and figures. Like I said, we are not miscreants. We don't go on air and start shouting. Like, I mean, look at those people acting like babies and they call themselves leaders. Which leaders does that? Address their issue on Facebook. If we have issue with them, we go to court, we go to the law, we take them on with facts and figures. No leadership or no. Men who behave like kids. All right, Nayanya, because of our time, please over to you and summarize your own. I know you might need time, but unfortunately,
it's okay. Yes, I just want Biafrans to start asking them questions. They are sacked. Yes, they are sacked, but we still have to go after them. Now, my question is, they've presented all these things on Facebook, which they know that there is evidence what that money was used for. And like I said, at the beginning of this program, I said in Germany, in our account, we cannot transfer money direct to Biafra land to carry out the functions that our leader left with us. So I have to find a means, and that means paying it to Kano, and then we transfer it immediately to Biafra land. Everything is there, and I'm not going to talk about that again because we owe them no explanation, but because they are sacked, I just want to help them to sack them more. So I want Biafrans to ask them, what happened? They're only talking on the reason why they are saying this is to cover up. What happened to the 747,000 US national account? When is Edozium going to give account of that? What happened to the 53,000 Canadian money? Because I saw that in the account. Because I have view asset. Then I said to the lady, transfer these funds to, that was in 2022. I said, transfer these funds to USA national account. He said, I need a permission from Edozium. I said, you don't need permission from Edozium, just transfer it. This next time I went there, they've already logged me out. What happened to the 53,000? Biafrans asked them. What happened to the 42,000 euros from Italy account? Biafrans asked them. At least the ones that they are mentioning about Nenanya have evidence of what that money was used for. But their own, we need the evidence, what they used that money for. What happened to the 300,000 rand in South Africa? We need proof what that money was used for. What happened to the 15,000 pounds in that Sophia Kano helped them? I'm sure it was more than that, but I saw 15,000 as of the time before she removed me. What happened to that money? What happened to the Umweri account that they lied and opened an account? Up to this day, we don't know what happened to it. What happened to the account they opened in Australia? They were paying money there. So Biafrans, please list out these 6-7 points that I mentioned. Now the seventh one is, what happened to all the fundraising they were doing here in Germany, in United Kingdom, in Switzerland, in Austria, everywhere around the world? What happened to it? Ask them, please. This is more than $1 billion. What happened to it? So don't allow them to deviate your attention from what they have stolen and start talking of Mizania to cover up. Ask them this question. Whenever they go on Facebook or they start, ask them that I said, what happened to, you start listing them, $774,000, 53,000 Canadian dollar, 42,000 euros, 300,000 South African rand, 50,000 British pounds, Umweri account, and all the. Keep asking them this question because they want us to forget about their atrocities. to concentrate on Nenayanya and Mazi Kanuta. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. That's the thing. Again, I repeat, all the money that I sent was meant for our people back home because the evidence are there. Wounded, we can't just keep quiet because a dozen did this and that, and then I will not do my work while we are here. No, that's what the money was used for. So ask yourself questions. Who is the criminal now? Who embezzled the money? Then you'll be able to know. I and Kanuta, what we did was good to help our people. And China Samoru, you've heard his voice, so he knows what happened to that money. Like I said, don't allow them to deviate your attention from asking this pertinent question of what happened to all what Mrs. Anya have listed tonight. Thank you very much, Barrister. That's all I have for tonight.
All right. Thank you very much, Nwada. As you all can hear and see, we have Chinasa on record. We have him on tape. It's not a matter of us and Chinasa Kanka. No. We don't gossip. When we tell you something, we show you the proof. This is how we operate. We are not like them because we are serious. We are the real deal. We know exactly what we are doing. No, we are actually doing what we're supposed to do. All right, I'm going to go to Mazika Runta just to give us his party
One more thing, Barrister, please. One more thing. Let them ask a dozen the 2,000 euros that I was paying him from September 2021 to January 2023. What happened to it? Up to the day, he didn't give me evidence of what that money was used for. What happened to it? Or is he exempted from giving proof of what he used the money for? Of course not. He's not exempted. So he's also in this real cubicum. So he has an explanation to make. Don't allow them be pointing finger at only Mrs. Sanya because what I did is very, very explanatory. Everything is there. Thank you. I just didn't want to miss, including a maker gift, all of them yapping. But ask their way. Yeah.
Mother, there is something else I want you, I think maybe this is the right time to say it. You have paid for Radio Biafra all this time. All right? Now,
Yes.
when you compare what you were paying to Chukwudi, your former, and what you are paying now in this Biafra radio, what would you say about it?
Oh boy. Now, in with our former, we were paying two. Apart from paying all this domain, Biafran Times, Biafran TV, I was paying those domains, sometimes on quarterly basis, sometimes, annually, sometimes half yearly, I used to pay. Biafra, the radio we used to pay, I used to pay $3,000, over $3,000. That's what I pay every single month. Now we have another one that I pay every quarter. It's there. Now we have another one that I pay to UK that I pay quarterly. Now you start asking yourself, what was all that for? What was it for? There's a very big question. And the former too, Onyendu also sent a message that I should be giving a former $800. I have proof to be giving him $800. Former say is to run media activity. How come the media activity was not run during the time of Onyendu? Media activity started running when Onyendu was in prison. That's another thing. What happened? So after payment and with the tax, because when I send the money to him, I have to pay the charges. I pay the charges extra. But they don't talk about that. And that was the very radio that he said I should not come to broadcast again.
And now you understand why they are very upset and angry when we open Biafra radio. Because they know that they will be exposed now. We understand that all this thing we are paying was just extortion. It was thief. They were just stealing money because to run a radio, just a radio, it's not even up to that. Because what we are paying in Biafra radio, I ego to tell you that people were inflating the prices, they were inflating everything. So Biafrans, now you understand why this
not only that, Barrister. When I realized that the money was on the high side, I spoke with our leader. I said this. In fact, it was our leader that noticed it. He said, "How much do we pay for?" Then I told our leader, he said, "No, go to a firm and see if they can reduce that amount. Tell a farmer to give you the name of the company and the telephone number so that I can call them and renegotiate the price." A farmer refused. A farmer said he will not give the company.
He's the company.
I did not know the company telephone number up to this day. He got annoyed. He was really pissed off because he felt I wanted to challenge him and other things, So that's why they are really annoyed, because when they came back again, I said, I am not going to pay. I mean, I'm no longer there. You people go there and be insulting Onyendu. I said to them, I will not pay for any radio where you people go to insult Onyendu. I stopped paying. These people, what they did in this struggle, but I thank Chukwu Okike Abiama that we are still here. That's what should show them that this Biafra restoration is ordained by Chukwu Okike Abiama. When you know what happened to our leader up to today, and you see our leader is there, alive, you will know that the hand of Okike is in this. I stopped so far.
Thank you very much, Biafrans. You understand what we are saying. When we were fighting these people, we are few of us. I say few of us. We don't even have the fund coming in because they were blackmailing us left and right. When Biafra Radio came up, they went on a mission to, castigate Biafra Radio because they know that we have actually found out what they were doing, stealing. This is why these people doesn't want to leave power, because they understand what they are gaining. This is pure business. This is pure income generating, revenue for them and nothing else. It's not about struggle. The former they are talking about is the one who actually changed IPOB into a Biafra community. It's a former. He was on campaign going around asking every country to change IPOB to community, whatever, because they know what they were planning. And today, everything is in the open. But yet, some of our people are still blind. But I believe Elohim will open their eyes. Mazikanunta, our time is sorted out. It's almost up. Please, in 3 minutes or so, can you please give us your party shot? Ndewo.
Thank you for having me. The only thing I have to give them here as a takeaway today in this very broadcast is this. Edozium committed atrocities in the name of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. He sacked and removed people Onyendu appointed. Even when Onyendu made it clear in 2022 that nobody should be sacked, Chike Edozium ignored that, sacked so many people. After that, and he said, it's Onyendu that asked, or the authority of Onyendu, or Onyendu authorized the expulsion. And today, he has been expelled with his cohorts. They are ranting, fighting. So what are you teaching those people who believed you then? You want them to believe and to know that whatever thing you say is good. And now the leader made it clear, the leader of sacked you, and you are ranting, jumping from pillar to post. We are waiting for you. Waiting for you. You will account. The time is coming. You will do it. All of you. It's only a question of time. But Biafra has come to stay. I'm 100 men up there. Our HOD is doing a brilliant work with his deputy and the whole team. So what else again are we asking for? Now IPOB is moving the way it is. It's no longer being organized or controlled by the Nigerian government. It's back to what it used to be before. Thank you, Mazi, for having me.
Thank you, Mazindeo. This is actually a very beautiful program. How I wish it was on another day. But like I said, we will come back some other time as soon as possible because we need time to really unpack the evil that these people have committed. It's a lot. I'm telling you, what you are hearing is just a tip of the iceberg. Now you keep asking yourself, how come we're not talking about this all the time? It's because we are so busy working for Biafrans. We don't have time to gossip. We don't have time to come on and start showing back statements. I mean, it's so childish. Real men don't behave like that. Real leadership don't behave like that. You only do that when you have no sense of direction, when you do not know what exactly you are doing or where you are taking the people to. I'm sorry for those who are following these fools who have already enriched themselves, and they wouldn't lose anything if they leave the struggle today, which they have already left. All right, we will leave it here, Biafrans, and I want to thank Wanda Nayanya for coming. Mazikano,
Thank you for
thank you
having
also.
me.
Thank you for your time, and yeah, you guys will let me know when next we will do this again. Thank you.
Sure.
And Biafrans, I want to thank you for joining us this evening. Please continue sharing this broadcast because it is information that our people need to hear. Even though the broadcast is finished, yet the broadcast is still there. People need to hear this so that they can hear because they say there is always two sides to a story. And of course, from me, from here, it is goodbye and God bless Biafra. They would.